It's the first weekend in fall, and we have made the journey to Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Palmer going to go in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And some space here. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. And now it's second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
That's to the rookie first-round pick, Brian Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Etienne up the middle. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
These are 24. Hey, I'm gun. Think right. 11.
Lawrence will throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 28 yards. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Hey, Lion, 11, again. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On play action, Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Hey, tight.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Look out.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That third down conversion good for 23. Allen off the play fake. That's again complete to Palmer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
But I think the ball's out. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. 14-14. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Alert! What's that?
To the air, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bills are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
He'll dump this off to Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
52. Half 10. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Alert! Look out!
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 61 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards to go, second down.
11. Hey.
Now Lawrence. Got him, man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now Allen.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal?
Allen. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tank Dell
From 4 yards out.
And the Jags are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Half 85.
From midfield, here's Allen.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
56.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Allen going to throw.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. On play action, Allen. Touchdown, Bills.
Reggie Gilliam
from 6 yards away.
And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Red, on red. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That is caught by Dell.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
23.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, it's Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Easy. Read it, 44.
Lawrence will throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Tight.
Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A short one there, caught by Granson. And running with power here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during it.
That is caught by a diving Thomas. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Allen. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On the end around, this is Thomas. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Lawrence. To the sideline for Thomas.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Got his man, Dell.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go. Here we go.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
39, Bills 35. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Alert!
Throwing now is Allen. That's complete to Palmer. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Allen going to change the look here.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to be touched down here.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That's it. Five wide. What's that?
Again, they'll throw with Allen.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Alert! What is that?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Hey, home. Monday. Half 85. 56. Alert! What's that?
Throwing, Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Back to throw. Lawrence. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Lawrence. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
This taken in by Kincaid. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Allen. Open man downfield. It's Palmer. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. To throw is Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeaux. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Jacksonville, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.